Hey family, in this video we are going to learn how to use logical and math functions in Excel. And we have a 32,000 row data set here thanks to Luke Barrows. It consists of job titles, job country, and salary here averages. Let's begin. As you can see, we have this sort of table here where we will fill and in the process get to understand this thing. And we are beginning with count. And we want to count all the cells that contain values in the salary here averages, all yearly salary. Right? So let's begin with count. And that function counts the number of cells in a range that contain numbers, as you can see. All right, so let's give it the range of the entire column. All right, it has counted only the cells that contain numbers here. All right, let's go to all jobs. Let's count all jobs. Count. Let's use count alone and we shall see what will happen. We said it counts the number of cells in a range that contain numbers. Alright, let's give it the range there. As you can see, there is a problem with that. And to resolve it, let's use count a function. It counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty. Let's continue. Now we want to count with a conditional that the job country is United States. So we use count if function. And so let's give it the range. And the range is the column containing the job country and the criteria is United States. So it's going to pick all the instances when the job country is United States and count it. Alright, let's go now to count if the job title is data analyst, and so the range there is the column containing the job titles and the criteria is data analyst. Now we have two conditions here. The job country has to be United States and the job title has to be data analyst. And in that case, instead of count if, we are using count ifs because ifs allows for more than one condition. Alright. The criteria range 1 is for the country. So give that range, select the entire column, and then the criteria is it has to be United States. Criteria range 2 is for the job titles. Give the entire column. And the criteria itself is data analyst. Right? So let's come now to get the sum, and we use the sum function. And we want to sum all yearly salary. In that case, we will give this column range. Okay, now we cannot really sum the jobs, neither can we average the jobs, neither can we obtain minimum and maximum. So these cells we want to fill a different color so that we only concentrate on the cells that we can work on. So selecting this one and pressing Ctrl, you can also select this one at the same time. Let's come to fill color and let's fill that color. Alright. Now let's continue summing, and this time it is sum if. Sum if the job country is United States. So the range is that column and the criteria is United States, and now the sum range. We will sum from this column of salary averages. Alright, now let's sum if the job country is not job country, it is job title. If the job title is data analyst as the criteria, and the sum range remains to be salary average column. Now here we want to sum if the two conditions for the country and the job title are met. So in that case, we are going to use some ifs. And if you can notice, the other time we were working with some if for the country and the title individually. The sum range was appearing at the end, but in this case, it is coming at the very beginning. So that's a little modification there for some ifs when there are more than one condition to be met. So let's pick this the sum range there, and now let's go to the first criteria range for the country, and the criteria is United States. Criteria range 2 is the job title column, and the criteria is data analyst. Good. Now let's come to average function, and we want to average all yearly salary. Let's give that range. Let's go to average if. We want to average if the job country is United States. A problem there. Job country is United States. Oh, we didn't give it the average range. All right. Now we want to average if. We want to average if the job title is data analyst, and then the average range is from that column. Now we are going to average ifs, and we used double E there. And just like in some ifs, the average range is appearing first. Let's give it. And then the criteria range 1 is for the country to be United States, and criteria range 2 is the job title. Pick that column. It has to be data analyst. All right, we are on a roll. I hope you're following up this pattern. Let's now go to the next part to obtain the mean, the minimum using the mean function of all year. From all the yearly salary, we want to see which one is the minimum. All right, we can as well even find the maximum using the max function. Let's go to mean if, and we want to notice something here. If I type mean if, even if the condition is just one for the country United States, there is no function called mean if in Excel, and in that case we will just use mean ifs. And the mean range from where you can obtain the values is that range for the salary averages. Criteria range is the job country column, and it has to be United States. Good. We can even do the max ifs. Same with mean if. Max if is not in Excel, so we use max ifs function, and the max range is that column. Criteria is the country column. Criteria range is job country column, and then the criteria itself is United States. Click enter. To the next mean ifs. The mean range will still remain to be that salary, because that is where we are doing all the calculations, because it contains the values of our concern. The criteria range now comes from the job title column, and we are checking for data analyst. Same with this max ifs, maximum, max range. The criteria range is from the job title column, and the criteria itself is data analyst. Good. Now let's go to the last part, mean ifs, and the mean range is from the salary average, and criteria range 1 is for the country, and we are checking for United States. Criteria range 2 is for the title, job titles, and we are checking for data analyst. And we want to do max ifs. the marks range is that column, and the criteria range 1 is for the country. It has to be United States. The next criteria range is for the title to be data analyst, and just like that we have filled the entire table there. I hope you have understood how you can use logical and math functions in Excel. See you in the next video.